Hello my friends. I hope you are well and your lips are smiling. I am Mahdi and I am with you from the HTML course. In this session, I want to talk about tables in HTML. Watch the rest of the video with energy. Friends, consider this table. We want to know what should we do if we want to have a table in our web pages. Which attributes should we use? What tags should we use? We want to get to know this topic completely. First, we use an element called table to make this table. We use the table tag. This is the open tag of table, and then we have to write the close tag of the table. Now there is an issue. The table contains several rows and columns. This is the first row and this is the second row and this is the third row. Also, it contains 3 columns. So the tables are made from a number of rows and columns. We have another tag called TR, which stands for table row. T is the first letter of the table and R is the first letter of the row. We have another one called TD. It's abbreviation of table data. What is the table data? Each cell in the table which contains 9 numbers is called a cell or table data. And the next tag is TH, which is abbreviation of the table head. I will explain fully when we enter VS Code. Let's enter the VS Code software to learn these things that I explained in these slides. Guys, we are in the fourth session and I created a folder called 14. Inside it, I create an HTML file called table.html. As you can see, we wrote the basic HTML codes here. Enter the body element and start writing the codes related to the table. What do? We say we want a table. We write the open and closing tag of the table. Suppose we want our table to have 3 rows and 3 columns. What tag do we use to show the rows? Excellent, TR. We want to have 3 rows, so we write like this. This is our first row. We copy it and create the second row and also third row. So we write the TR element 3 times. Now we specify the number of columns inside each row. Each row is supposed to have 2 columns. So we write TD which stands for table data. I copy them and paste here and also here. What happened? Here we have the table. This is the open tag and this is the closing tag of the table. Then we said that it should have 3 rows, which we show with the TR element. 1 TR, 2 TR, and 3 TR. In each of which we write 2 TDs. We use 2 TD elements inside TR element. Now we write something in the cells of the table. For example, HTML tutorial, CSS, and also JavaScript tutorial. Here we add series of attributes to the table element. The first attribute we want to add is border. We set the border of the table equal to 1. See what happened. A series of border and lines were drawn around the table. We set the width of the table to 300 pixels. Let me zoom out to see better. See, there is a space between the cells of the table, which we can increase or decrease with the cell spacing attribute. I write cell spacing. If we give it a value of 0, this space will disappear. If I delete this 0, it will return to the default, as you can see. That is, a space between the cells is considered. We have another attribute called cell padding. Cell padding, which we set to 10. See guys, I will explain in details about padding when we get into CSS. Another attribute called BG color. BG color, which stands for background color. We can give our table a color, for example, blue. As you can see, the color of the table changed to blue, or red, or green, gray. Guys, but all of these attributes are deprecated and it's not used in HTML codes. These attributes, BG color, cell padding, cell spacing, width, border, it's not used in HTML rules. Why was CSS created at all? If I want to explain in simple way, CSS was created so that we don't mix the features related to the beautification or appearance of web pages with HTML codes. We don't put CSS codes in HTML codes, which makes the development and maintenance of the project easier and also makes the code readability higher. See now, we mix a series of CSS features with the table codes in here. And the codes are crowded, so we don't use CSS codes in HTML codes. And I will explain in CSS rules. Guys, let's go to check the th element. First it was bolded and then it came in the middle. We converted the first two elements to th. What is useful now? Instead of HTML, I write the name, and instead of tutorial, I write the duration of the course or time. What is used? We write the title or header of the table with the th element. Also, there is another topic that I would like to explain and finish this session. Now we create a table and write open and closing tr tag, 3 td tag, and put a series of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Suppose we want to merge the first cell with the second cell. It means to become a one cell. We delete the cell we want to merge. I selected td2 and delete it. See what happened here. Now here we give the td tag an attribute called colspan, which stands for column and span. How many now? We want it to be as wide as 2. So I write 2. You see this part. The first and second column were merged and become one cell here. Return the code in the previous state. Now we want to convert the first, second, and third. First, second, and third cell to one cell. We deleted cell 3 and 2 and tell the first cell span column. Colspan should be size of 3 column. That is equal to 3. Now the cells together merge. What should we do if we want to merge the rows together? I will return the codes to the previous state. Now we want to merge cells 1 and 4 together. We are going to delete the fourth cell or TD4. Then we are going to the first cell and write rowspan. Rowspan means merge rows and put 2 on a span. See that cell 1 and 4 are merged and become one cell. Let's return the code to the previous state with Ctrl and Z. Now suppose we want to merge 1, 4, 7 cells together. We must first delete 4 and 7. And what should we do after deleting cell 4 and 7? Now friends, tell me in the comments. Guys, if the concepts are a little unclear, watch this video once or twice, even several times, and practice the codes that I wrote. And be sure to comment on the answer. Your like and comments encourage me to continue these free tutorials in simple language. Thank you to my friends who encourage me by supporting the videos with likes and comments. Have a nice day. Bye bye.